The spring 2025 anime season is basically upon us. That of course means a new season of sequels, originals, new anime airing for the first time. So here we are once again. This is actually going to be the first official video of LARLAR Plus in terms of what kind of content you can expect. So please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel for more breakdowns such as this one. All right, let's take a look at the spring 2025 season. Hit it, let's go. All right, so how we're basically going to be doing this is that I'm going to be using the AniList website and going by row in terms of what anime I'm going to be watching and looking at. However, we are going to be dividing every single anime into 3 specific categories. The first category is what I'm watching, like definitely watching. 2, I'm going to not watch weekly, but I'm going to keep an eye on how it potentially is performing or how it's potentially receiving by the community. The third is ones that I'm going to just completely skip, either because, well, honestly, because of multiple different reasons. Of course, just a disclaimer, there's absolutely no way I'm going to be watching every single anime listed here because 1, personal life, and 2, I also work a full-time job. I just happen to be off today. So please, if I skip over an anime that you potentially will be watching, but I'm not, let me know maybe as to potentially why you may feel that way, or maybe you can steer me in the other direction into potentially watching it, or I might just not be up to date or caught up on a specific anime, which is why I'm going to skip it. So please, there's a lot of factors that go into this, but I also do want to hear what you guys think and what you will be watching during the spring 2025 season. And really quickly, there is going to be something that I'm keeping an eye on here, by the way. It's kind of like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's basically like a weekly breakdown because I do kind of also limit myself to 3 to 4 anime every single day. So please, again, this might be also another factor as to why I potentially may not watch your anime or something like that. Okay, and just for transparency's sake, I am recording this on March 31st, 2025. All right, let's get into it now. All right, here we go. We're going to be taking a look at this season of anime here, spring 2025. Just I guess another quick note, I will be doing a ranking of winter 2025 within the next couple of weeks, but I'm most likely going to be doing that on stream, so make sure you guys follow at twitch.tv/azlarlar for that. Anyways, so I am here on the AniList website. If you guys would like to follow along, I will be putting links as well as the spring chart on livechart.me as well in the description. So we got obviously a very long list of anime here. Why is this not loading? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of anime because I'm going down to Fruit for My Soul and then whatever else. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot. Here we go. So I'm really actually hoping that this video is not too long, but we're gonna see what happens and see how it is. Also, because this is my first video trying to do a breakdown of the spring season, please let me know if you guys got any feedback or anything, any comments in terms of like what you're watching, any feedback on how I can go ahead and do things. Please let me know, please. I'm trying to be better as always. So like any room for improvement, please let me know. And also another disclaimer, I won't be counting any OVAs or any specials or any TV shorts or any sort of movies. This only is specifically going to be like normal length run anime that air weekly. Okay, so let's begin. Actually, we are already at 1 because of winter 2025 Apothecary Diaries, which if you're not watching already, watch it. But Apothecary Diaries is 1. We are going to have that on Fridays, and I'm also writing it on my iPad as well. So yeah, Apothecary Diaries season 2 will continue to air from the winter season into the spring, so that's a pretty obvious #1, so that is on Friday. Great. All right, Fire Force Season 3. Let's begin. Here we go. Fire Force Season 3. This is not a big surprise at all. I will be watching Season 3, so you can count that for... We got 2 now. 2. And April 4th is a Friday. And honestly, I really liked Fire Force. I wasn't... I think it was a pretty decent show. I thought it was entertaining. I do have some issues with it. But yeah, Season 3... Season 2 aired last in 2020, during the peak of the pandemic. Summer of 2020, which is actually the season I started actually watching anime at a really high rate. But yeah, it's been a while since Fire Force actually aired, but now we finally have Season 3. So yeah, so let's see here. We're going into now Lazarus. Lazarus is the first new anime to get shown off here. And this anime, even though, by the way, it's actually New Year's, New Year's, April Fool's in Japan. So, yeah, if you're seeing all these key visuals that look a little funny, it's because of that. So yeah, Lazarus is by Studio Mappa, and not only that, but Shinichiro Watanabe, GOAT director for Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, is going to be directing this anime here with Mappa. And I think also, and I guess just a quick note, I will be like muting things as well, but this looks dope. Look at that. That looks dope as hell. So yeah, absolutely. We're going to be watching Lazarus. It's not only made by Mappa, but it's also by a GOAT director. There's absolutely no way I'm not watching this. So yeah, you can also put Lazarus on here. Also, by the way, for PVs and whatnot, I'm going to try and mute in terms of like music for potential like copyright and whatnot. April 6th is a Sunday, so we have our first Sunday anime, Lazarus. Moving on now, Windbreaker Season 2. This is once again, just another sequel that I will definitely be watching. I don't really have to go too much into details about the sequels, by the way. But yeah, Season 2 of Windbreaker, I really liked Season 1. April 3rd, that's a Thursday. We have our first Thursday anime here. So yeah, Windbreaker is now 4 anime in a row right here already. But I think that's going to be broken by this one right here, the beginning after the end. So, the thing is, the beginning after the end, man, I think I'm going to be keeping an eye out on this one. I'm going to, for now, I'm not going to put it in the skip, but I'm going to keep an eye out on how this anime is first. I was not impressed with the PV that they released, and I was also not impressed with the OP as well. I did not like how it looked basically like a PowerPoint. Yeah, it's going toward a it's playing the OP right now, but basically I did not like how most of these shots seem to be like animation into it, and I feel like it's just, you know, panning a still shot from one side to another. And I really hope that's not how the anime is, but for now, I'm going to put it in the camp of the second category, which is, I'm going to keep an eye out on it, and who knows, it could actually be really good, but with the way it's looking like a PowerPoint, that's not really looking that great. So that's the first one for that second category. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Season 2, it's been a while since Season 1 actually aired, and it aired spring 2021. Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. And Season 1, if I remember correctly, it was very fun, pretty funny, entertaining. I'll definitely watch another season of that. Yes, it's a Saturday show, which means we have our first Saturday show, 300 Slimes, airing on Saturday. So now we have 5 anime already, right off the bat. This is gonna be a lot, man. This is gonna be a lot. My Hero Vigilantes, I'm going to be skipping over this one. This is going to be the first anime in the skip skip category because I'm not currently caught up on My Hero. In fact, I have not watched a single episode of My Hero. And while before you kill me for that, I actually am waiting until the season, or at least until the final season ends airing, which probably I guess won't be until next year since season, I think, 8 or the final season's airing in the fall of this year. So I'm gonna wait until Vigilantes and the entire series of My Hero ends, and then I'll go ahead and actually watch it. But for now, I'm gonna skip this. Oh boy. Please put them on Takamine-san. And before anything else, potential, demonetization of the channel, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, I will be watching this. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be easily an anime that is going to be watched somehow, some way, or not even somehow, some way, but there is an uncensored version that is going to be airing, and I'm pretty sure it airs April 2, which is Wednesday, same day as the Switch 2 Direct. But yeah, Takamine-san is going to be watched, and I probably should not be playing this PV, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh my. What can I show in this video? Okay. Takamine-san is going to be watched. There's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Takamine-san is going to be watched. So, all right, next show is Witch Watch. This is actually going to be a very interesting anime. April 6th is a Sunday. So it's going to air the same day as Lazarus. And the PV was actually very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. What the hell? Oh my god, she's huge! Alright, yeah, this anime looks fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it seems to be that this male character is living with this female character, even though she's a witch and the male guy is an ogre. Seems pretty interesting. A lot of hijinks, I'm sure, but yeah, that's going to be entertaining to watch. So yeah, I'm going to watch Witch Watch as well by bribery. So yeah, that's another one on the list. Here's the thing though, the rest of this row here is going to be watched as well. Aharen-san season 2. Season 1 was pretty interesting. The hijinks of Raido and Aharen-san, of course, very, very fun. April 7 is Monday. Yeah, absolutely. I will take another season of these two just going at it. I mean, like, this was actually, if anything, probably very underrated. Oh, she seems cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll absolutely watch another season of Aharen-san. No doubt about it. The second to last here is Go-Go Loser Rangers, the season 2. This aired last spring as well, if I'm mistaken. Oh yeah, it is spring 2024. So yeah, another season of Go-Go Loser Ranger. I really enjoyed season 1, and if I'm being honest with you, I really do hope it's kind of like better, but I'm very interested in terms of how Soldier D is going to be going things. Obviously I'm going to be muting the OP. Go-Go Loser Ranger season 2, I'm going to be watching it, and if I remember correctly, season 2 airs on April 13th, which is actually going to be an anime premiere that premieres way later than everybody else. I think that's so dope. That is so cool. Plus, he reminds me of Subaru. Because same VA. So we got 3 shows on Sunday already. Go-Go Loser Ranger, Witch Watch, and Lazarus. Sunday is pretty stacked already from what we got. Can a boy-girl friendship survive? I'm not really sure what's going on with this anime, even though childhood BFFs Himuru and Yu's view of friendship hits turbulence when Yu reunites with his first crush in high school. Himuri, who's never known the fuzzy warmth of a crush, now must confront her feelings, their shared dreams, and peaceful days as a twosome gardening club are tested in this tale of love, flowers, and growing pains. Did they just meet each other? Wait, what? What's happening here? Okay. Yeah, I'll watch it. Why not? So this is going to be a Friday as well. And so we already got 3 anime on Friday and 3 anime on Sundays here. Friday is Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Fire Force Season 3, and this boy-girl friendship anime. I'll definitely watch this, and yeah, here we go. Kowloon Generic Romance. So this is at the point where, I'm just going to say this right now, where since we are now on the 3rd row of this anime season, this is kind of where you may potentially see a hidden gem or anything of the sorts here. For example, like if we go back to the fall 2024, Orb on the Movements of the Earth. What is that, man? Orb on the Movements of the Earth, well, I swear to God, was not even a second row, was not even like that popular, and it was definitely not on the 2nd row of any list. It was probably around here. But then, obviously, as it got more popular, especially in the second half, more and more people started to go on ahead and pay attention to it. So yeah, Orb on the Movements of the Earth is easily one of the best shows I've ever watched in recent times. So I do think that I'm hoping to see some sort of like hidden gem here. We got Kowloon Generic Romance, and if I'm being completely honest with you, the main reason why I put this into planning already is because of the manga score, which is rated at a 78%, which is pretty decently good, and the key visual, which to me looks so freaking dope. I honestly think this looks cool. I also, I guess, should say, like, I really don't want to watch PVs. Like, I could probably like take a look at them and then try to skim through it while not looking at English subs, just so I can be surprised. It's for like the element of surprise. But like, these two look cool. Like, wow. Adult romance. We need more adult romance in the anime world, man. We seriously do. Like, I Have a Crush at Work from last season was a very nice surprise, and we need more of that. Wow, okay. The synopsis for this is actually pretty interesting. Welcome to Kowloon Walled City, a dystopian townscape where the people are brimming with nostalgia, where the past, present, and future converge. Amid the hidden emotions and extraordinary daily lives of the men and women working in its confines, tale of romance begins to unfold for real estate agent Raiko Kujirai, one that feels as familiar as Kowloon itself. Very interesting anime premise, and yes, absolutely, I will be watching this one. Okay, so next up here, from Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Have not watched the PV for this, so let's go ahead and quickly take a look. So, is it like a show where everybody is like, I guess, seeing their teacher for the first time in like a while? I need to look at the synopsis. This actually does look interesting, but you might be crowded already, I'm not gonna lie. What? No, that can't be right. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this into I'm gonna put another tally for keep an eye out on this one. I'm not gonna totally skip it. I'm gonna keep an eye out on it. Let's read the synopsis really quick. Errol Gardenin, a self-proclaimed humble man, is a sword instructor at his dojo in a rural backwater village. In his younger years, he dreamed of glory as a master swordsman, but those days are long behind him. Out of the blue, he receives a visit from a famous former pupil who brings him world-shattering news. He's been appointed as become a special instructor for the Knights of the Liberian Order. With his life now turned upside down, Beryl travels to the capital and reunites with some of his former students, elite knights, an ace wizard, and even an adventurer who's attained the highest guild rank possible. But why do they want all his tutelage? As far as he's concerned, they don't clearly need him anymore. Seems like an interesting premise, I'm not gonna lie, but I will keep an eye out on this one. I'm not gonna officially watch it just yet. Right, next up is The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. This seems to be another Is this an isekai? Or no, it's just a fantasy. All right. Life hasn't been kind to Zenos. He was born in the slums, and his dirt-poor background has denied him almost every opportunity. After an encounter with a healer, he throws himself into studying to become one and finally catches a break when an adventurer invites Zenos into his party. He's thrilled, so thrilled in fact, that he's willing to put up with his teammates treating him like garbage. They fail to appreciate his talents and ultimately kick him to the curb. Now bereft of money and out of options, he decides to put his self-taught skills to use elsewhere and opens an underground clinic. Word quickly spreads about the brilliant healer working incredible magic. Even the royal palace is taking notice. And Zenos buck the odds up and carve out a life for himself. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna plan this. This is gonna be another one that is on the... We'll keep an eye out on. But this sounds pretty interesting as well. I will put this on my planning for sure. I think that's a very interesting premise, but I will obviously need to see if it's actually gonna be potentially good or not. Or, you know, maybe it's just not worth your time. Who knows? That's the point about seasonal anime though. Like, if you watch seasonal anime, you will definitely run into those that are either bad or just a potential hidden gem. All right, next up is Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gentosho. So it is an hour long. Yokohama Animation Lab. That's not good. Oh boy. In the Edo period, there was a shrine maiden called Tsukihime in the mountain village of Kadono. Jinta, a young man who acts as a shrine maiden's guardian, despite being a stranger, encounters a mysterious demon who speaks of the far future in the forest, where he went to defeat it. From Edo to the Heisei era, this huge Japanese fantasy series follows a demon man who travels through time while continuously questioning the meaning of wielding a sword. I'll be honest with you, that doesn't really sound as interesting as I thought it would be, and from what it looks like, the first episode is out. Once again, remember, I am recording this on March 31st. Honestly, I think I'm gonna skip this one. I didn't really get much from that. Obviously, if it looks good, or maybe you're somebody who's watching this and you're looking at me funny or something, maybe you can change my mind in the comments. But for now, I think I'm gonna skip it just for right now. Shiunji family children. Oh no! I'm trying to like skip through because I don't want any sort of copyright. But basically, this brother finds out that all his sisters are not blood related. I'm gonna keep an eye out on this one. I don't want to, but I'm gonna keep an eye out on this one. I guess, like, it could be stupid enough, it could be dumb enough, maybe, but there's no way I'm not gonna go ahead and watch this as of right now. But I think what I will do is I'll keep an eye out, and if it's entertaining enough, sure. But if it's not, then that's why I did not come off the bank by watching it like from the beginning. So yeah, I'll put this into the keep an eye out as well. We're on the 4th row now. We're pretty much halfway through. Next up is I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Whoa, intergalactic? Okay. After a life of honesty left him betrayed, Liam is reborn into a vast interstellar empire with one goal: be the galaxy's worst evil lord. But no matter how hard he tries to be a tyrant, his wicked plans keep backfiring into peace, prosperity, and adoring fans. Galactic chaos, magic, and mecha await in this hilariously misconstructed tale of a villain who can't help but to impress. That sounds interesting. But this also just sounds like... Nope. I don't actually remember the title, but I think I remember from what season it's from. 22 winter? Yeah. This sounds not exactly, but this sounds almost as similar to Genius's Princess's Got to Raising a Nation Out of Depth. Is this just the space version of it? Oh, Reina. I'm not gonna lie, the VA cast is pretty stacked here. I think this is another one, right? Just another one that is going to be on the keep an eye out list. Although I will put this into planning because I do think the premise is not that bad at all. So I'm gonna put this into planning. All right, Mobile Suit Gundam. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not that I'm a huge fan. It's just I'm not as immersed into the Gundam series and universe as I am. Remember, I'm still a new anime fan. So, of course, I'm not really in... I haven't watched everything. It's impossible to watch everything almost. So please don't kill me for this, but I will be skipping this one. The only reason why is, once again, I'm not fully immersed into the series like that. I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I was. And even then, I don't really know the order. Like, what's the order with this? Because there's multiple different other Gundam shows as well. So I'm going to just skip out on this one for now, but who knows, maybe it is actually pretty good. Maybe. Moving on, we got Studio Feel, folks who made Origairu Season 2 and 3, one of my favorite series of all time. Summer Pockets. Now, Summer Pockets, to my knowledge, was a visual novel. Man, this seems like a show where it's probably gonna hit you in the gut, huh? Oh man, am I ready for that? Oh, I know absolutely nothing about Summer Pockets, so I have no idea how this anime is gonna be. I know nothing about the visual novel. Oh man. Oh no. Oh man. I think it really depends when it's airing, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, alright, screw it. Let's put it on the list, man. I'm watching Summer Pockets. That seemed interesting enough. I feel like it's gonna rip my heart out somehow. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's screw it. Let's go. Summer Pockets, added to the list of definitely watching. This could change later, but we'll see. Moving on is Moonrise. This is by Wit Studio. I know it's on Netflix. Go Wit Studio, man. Oh, series director of Attack on Titan. That looked pretty good. I'll put it in my planning. I will hold off on watching it for now. I think I will put this onto the keep an eye out. It looks interesting enough. We also really don't know what Netflix's release schedule could be. It could be weekly, could just be a whole thing where they release it all at the same time. In a not too distant future, humanity has established a loosely organized world government with everything managed by an international AI network called Sapientia. People live peaceful lives by loyalty, obeying its rational decisions. However, Sapientia's lunar development project, which sends criminals and pollutants to the moon to maintain Earth's peace, creates disparity and poverty on the moon, sparking a catalyst for war. Jacob Jack Shadow gets caught up in this conflict after losing his family to a terrorist bombing by the moon's rebel army. Vowing revenge, Jack joins the Earth army as a scout on the moon, only to discover an unexpected leader among the resistant forces. That actually sounds very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Who knows? Maybe the first episode knocked people's socks off. Shoshimin, How to Become Ordinary Season 2. I'm not gonna go too much into this, but if you liked Shoshimin, you're probably most likely gonna watch Season 2. I will say this anime is not for everybody. I'm not gonna lie. But I did enjoy Season 1, and I do potentially look forward to Season 2. Oh, wow! Really? Okay. Arson attacks. I'm 100% gonna watch Season 2 of Shoshimin. I do think it's pretty underrated, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Season 2 of Shoshimin airs April 5, which is a Saturday show. Three Saturday shows at this point. 300 Slime Season 2, Kowloon, and Shoshimin Season 2 now. And Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world? Oh my goodness. Oh man. let's move on. Am I watching this actually? Weekly, probably not, but we'll keep an eye out on it. All right, Black Butler Emerald Witch arc. This is gonna be another skip. I'm not caught up on Black Butler, so I don't really exactly have an opinion on it. I did see how this season is actually pretty decent so far. But again, just another thing of I have not caught up on it, so I don't really have much of an opinion. So please don't kill me for that. Your Forma. This one, I think, might be the dark horse of the season, and it hasn't even started yet, only because the synopsis is so interesting. Medical technology that saved humanity evolved into Your Forma, an invasive information device implanted into the brain. In this world where every sight, sound, and even emotion is recorded, investigating major crimes means diving into the collective data. A job reserved for special detectives called electronic investigators. Hida or Haida, a prodigious electronic investigator assigned at an astonishingly young age, stands isolated by her exceptional talent. Her newly assigned partner is Harold, a blonde, blue-eyed humanoid amicus. Together, this unrivaled duo will expose every secret. That sounds so interesting, man. What? What is happening in the show? I'm watching the show, man. Your Forma, because it's April 2nd. Remember, I'm recording this on March 31st. So I have not... So by the time this upload airs, I may have watched episode 1 already. So yeah, that's absolutely going to be watched. Your Forma is going to be... Rock is a lady's modesty. At an elite all-girls academy where refined young ladies gather, Lili's Suzy Omiya, now the daughter of a real estate tycoon, after her mother remarried, is forced to abandon her guitar and rock music to fit in. However, her passion is reignited by sounds from an old building, where she meets a skillful drummer who shares her love for rock. I'm absolutely gonna watch. I don't even need to watch the trailer for this one, because this just... We have had Bocchi the Rock, Girls Band Cry. I absolutely will watch this. We don't talk about Whisper a love song, by the way. Don't talk. Yeah, this looks kind of interesting, man. You're Violent and Beautiful, and it's on Haida. Okay. I think for right now, I'll put it on the keep an eye out on it, only because, like, the list is starting to really stack now. But yeah, I'll put that on keep an eye out. That seems pretty interesting. The Unaware Atelier Meister. One day, Kurt, a kind-hearted boy, is suddenly kicked out of the hero's party for being useless. He finds that his aptitude for weapons, magic, and all other combat-related skills is the lowest rank, so he takes on odd jobs, tearing the castle walls and digging for minerals to make a living, where his exceptional abilities are immediately being revealed. Proves to be skillful. In fact, his aptitude for every skill unrelated to combat had an SSS rank. Kurt, however, seems to be completely unaware of his talent and ends up saving people, the town, and even the country through his unaware actions. That didn't really do it for me, guys. I think I'm going to skip this one. If you're watching this anime, please let me know how it is. I think I'm going to skip this one. That didn't really do much for me, unfortunately. This does seem to be lighthearted, but I don't know. Not really grabbing me, I guess. Maybe it's good, but I think I'm gonna skip it. Once upon a time, a witch's death. On her 17th birthday, the apprentice witch Meg learns that she has only 1 year left to live. Her teacher, the long-lived witch Faust, explains that the only way to undo the death curse is to collect tears of joy and grow the seed of life. To find them, Meg will have to leave the sheltered life that she's also always known and head out into the world. There will be meetings, partings, and friendships aplenty, and of course many tears. Meg will learn that the most important lessons for a witch are bright, sweet, and somewhat heart-wrenching. Oh! Cute familiars, maybe? It seems like another fantasy show. Oh, man. This actually seems pretty interesting. This is going to be another show that I'll plan it, but this is going to be another show that is going to just be on the keep an eye out. I do think that the premise itself is very interesting. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost done. We got 3 more rows to go. Apocalypse Hotel. Earth, where mankind has disappeared and civilization has collapsed. In a world of ruined towns and revived nature, one historic hotel remains. 0 customers currently staying, planning to stay. Homepage views yesterday. Goal not reached. This is the story that unfolds in a hotel where humanity has disappeared. What? Yo, the Statue of Liberty. Bro, what's happening in this show? I think Apocalypse Hotel is gonna get watched, man. Apocalypse Hotel on Tuesdays. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Mono. This seems to be a very simple and cute anime made by the creator of Laid Back Camp. Woohoo! What's the premise here? Cinephoto? It's a combination photography club and video research club. Go about their daily lives using cameras tied to kites, action cameras, and even drones. What? That sounds so much fun! Bro, the cat! What the f- Yes, absolutely. Mono is gonna get watched. Alright, another slice of life anime here. ZatsuTabi, That's Journey. Inspiring artist Chika's storyboards get rejected. She ditches her desk for an adventure. Armed with a quirky social media poll, sets off on a spontaneous journey of random crowdsourced destination. From hilarious mishaps to heartwarming encounters, Chika discovers inspiration, friendship, and herself. One unpredictable stop at a time. Oh my god, this is just another comfy anime, dude. Yeah, we're watching that. We're watching that. Yeah, we're watching this. ZatsuTabi, That's Journey. We're gonna be watching that. It seems like another comfy show. I will absolutely watch all these damn comfy shows, I swear to god. Anne Shirley. Alright, a new adaptation of Akage no Anne of Green Gables. On the beautiful Prince Edward Island in Canada, an orphan named Anne Shirley is mistakenly sent to Green Gables, the home of Matthew and they choose to adopt her anyway as Anne finds friendship, love, and happiness in her new home. Come along for the journey of a pure-hearted and the imaginative girl growing up leaving for— Yo, that seems interesting as well. Because it is a 24-episode series, I don't think I'll watch this weekly. I may wait until this is done. That is actually a very interesting premise. But yeah, I'll definitely give Anne Shirley a shot. Let's watch. Oh man, this looks fun. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna add that to the keep an eye out on. Umamusume Cinderella Gray. So this is just gonna be another skip because I'm not fully immersed into that series, so I'm gonna skip over that one. All right, next up, Two Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom. Julia's family has produced saints for generations. It's no surprise that she's known as the greatest saint of all time and set to marry the second prince, Julius. What no one expects is for Julius to call off the engagement, claiming that Philia's perfection makes her charmless and unlikable. To add insult to injury, Ophelia is packed off to a neighboring country in exchange for gold and resources, forcing her to leave her homeland. Despite bracing herself for mistreatment, Ophelia finds a warm welcome in her new town, where she puts her saintly abilities to good use, erecting barriers against monsters and curing epidemics. But even as she flourishes in her new life, her homeland is under threat of destruction. Oh, by Studio Troika as well. This actually sounds interesting with the premise. I don't think the PV really showed much. Yeah, I will put it into the keep an eye out on, because, yeah, why not? Next up, YAIBA, Samurai Legend. Very interesting anime right here. This is by Wit Studio. The PV for this actually looked pretty cool, man. Yes, sir! Wit! Big Wit! Oh, yeah, that looks so sick, man. April 5 is a Saturday! The protagonist, YAIBA, is a wild samurai boy who trains in the jungle with his father, Kenjiro. By chance, YAIBA returns to Japan, where he meets his rival, Takashi Onimaru. who has the same samurai spirit as YAIBA in a new training ground. YAIBA is living a life of serious competition, but when Onumaru obtains the legendary demon sword, he is on a journey full of spectacle and great adventure. Very interesting anime premise, at least, and yes, absolutely, I'm gonna watch this with Studio too. Okay, Madhouse has a show here. Yeah, the Dinner Table Detective. I love detective shows no matter what. Raiko is a rich heiress to a Zaibutsu, but she chose to work as a detective. She resents her superior, Kazuma Suri, who always seems to be making illogical deductions that causes murder cases to become cold. One day, her butler suddenly announces his retirement and he chooses Kageyama as his replacement. Raiko realizes that Kageyama's deduction skills are very good after Kageyama solved a seemingly unsolvable mystery. After that, when Raiko meets an unsolvable case, she would lay out the details in the case for Kageyama and he would explain to her how that particular case is solved after dinner. After every case, Kageyama also explains to Raiko some universal truth or human nature that it led to each crime. Oh yeah, the new butler. Her face, what the hell? What the hell? Oh yeah, this looks interesting, man. I'll watch this too. I think one's gotta give, because 20 is low-key gonna be my limit for this. Like, we got the Guilty Gear Strive one, but I'm gonna skip that one because I'm not really immersed into the Guilty Gear Strive universe. A ninja and an assassin under one roof. On the way home from school one day, Konoha Koga rescues Satoko Usagari Kuri, a ninja who escaped her village. Soon pursuers from the village show up in search of Satoko, only to be deftly dealt with by Konoha. As it turns out, the unassuming high schooler is actually an assassin. Oh, that's interesting. I think that will be another one on the keep an eye out ones. Theogonia. Humans fight to protect their land from invading demi-human tribes in relentless battles. As his world is engulfed by intense warfare, Kai, a village boy from Lag, joins the fight to defend all he knows. After Kai's comrades fall one by one and he's injured, he suddenly recalls memories from another life. Fantasy tale unfolds as a legend boy explores a world of magic, mystery, and heroism. Honestly, I think I'm going to skip that one. That didn't really catch me as much as I thought it would. Bye Bye Earth Season 2. Skipping again because I'm not caught up on this series at all, and honestly, I wasn't really interested in it. Food for the Soul is by PA Works. PA Works is a really great studio. Original animation about the daily life of 5 girls who have just become university students. But this seems to... What? Depends when this is airing. April 13th, that's a Sunday. Yeah, I can't do that, dude. I'll wait for this one to continue to go. I'll definitely wait on this one. I'll keep an eye on this one as well. I got 4 more to go. Maebashi Witches. Anime story set in Maebashi City in Gunma Prefecture is about the coming of age story of 5 high school girls. First year high school student Yuya Akagi lives an ordinary but unsatisfying everyday life. One day, a mysterious frog named Karope scouts her and 4 other girls to become the Maebashi Witches. Suddenly, a room closet is connected a mysterious space that brings a girl to a magical flower shop where they dance, and make other people's wishes come true. That sounds interesting. I'll keep an eye out on that one. I think that's enough for me to actually keep an eye out. And plus, it's Studio Sunrise. The Gorilla's God Go-To Girl. What? Bro, what is this? Sophia, a timid daughter of Count, just wanted a peaceful life, but the Gorilla God had other plans. Blessed with unmatched strength, she's thrust into the Royal Knight Order, turning her quiet days into chaos. Now she must juggle school, the nightlife, and her overwhelming power. Who knew gorilla strength could be so complicated? Not interested in that. I'm sorry. I'm not really that interested in that. So I'm going to skip. Lecture logs of Chuzenji-sensei. He just solves all the mysteries. Setting is Tokyo in 1948, just right after the war. Kana Kusakabe had just become a second year at a high school when she meets the new language teacher, Akihiko Chuzenji. Mysterious supernatural things keep happening around Kana. Once again, today, Kana is going to be opening these doors to the library prep room to seek help from the surly Chuzenji-sensei who is waiting inside. High school with supernatural mystery features the unlikely duo between a teacher and a high school girl. That sounds interesting, but I think I'm gonna skip that one. I mean, that does sound interesting, but like, what kind of mysteries though? I guess it's on me to find out, but I'm not that interested. And last but not least, this will be the final anime that we will cover. Catch Me at the Ballpark. To escape his tiring job, weary Murata finds escape at a nearby baseball stadium. While the games are thrilling, it's Ruriko, the Gyaru, as cold as the beer she serves, but she's actually a sweetheart who keeps him coming back. As her first regular, Murata discovers the warmth behind her frosty demeanor and that hilarious, heartwarming encounters light up the ballpark and maybe even their hearts. Oh, oh, that smile. Oh god, this guy looks awful. Jesus Christ. Hey, isn't this perfect though? MLB season's pretty much started, you know? I'll keep an eye out on this one. I'm not gonna go too crazy into potentially watching this, but yeah, I'll keep an eye out on it. Alright, but yeah, we've covered it all. Alright, so we got Lazarus, Witch Watch, Go Go Loser Ranger, Mono, Aharen-san, Summer Pockets, ZatsuTabi, that's Journey, Apocalypse Hotel, Takamine-san, Your Forma, Windbreaker Season 2, Apothecary Season 2, Fire Force Season 3, Boy Girl Friendship, Dinner Detective, 300 Slime Season 2, Kowloon Generic Romance, Shoshimin Season 2, and YAIBA Samurai Legend. Holy crap! Alright, those are all the anime that I will be watching, and of course, you know, if there's an anime in there that did not make the cut in terms of me watching it, please let me know. Like, I mean, please let me know in terms of like what anime it is and what can convince me to go ahead and watch it. Obviously, this video is like way too long at this point, so yeah, I will be, you know, trying to go through like all the comments in terms of just trying to see like maybe you have a suggestion or anything else. As always, please make sure you guys hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I will make sure that these videos are a little bit shorter because I did go through 40 anime. Holy crap, like that's a lot. So I will obviously make sure to condense the time more next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you're watching in the spring 2025 season, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.